I think we good. All right, let's get into it. This is, well, first of all, let me say welcome to my channel, Build Up Trades. Um, I'm making this video because a lot of people have been asking me about how to trade the stock market, options, investments, all that kind of stuff. And I found that every time I ask them like how much do you have to start with, they give me so-called YouTube numbers of $100, $1,000, like, and they want to turn it into $10,000, $100,000, $1,000,000, and it's just not realistic. So I want to give a honest video of where you need to start first. So this is the first video of hopefully multiple videos. I don't know, whatever I decide to come up with. But this is where we're gonna start. This is where I think most people should start. So first video, how to budget before you start trading, because that's the main way of becoming a better trader, is learning how to build a good financial foundation. So let's get it started. I made a little PowerPoint. I got some notes to help me walk you through this. So as first off, before you even think about opening a trading account, build a strong foundation. So that's going to be where I want to start. So, because that's where most traders fail. Not because they don't understand charts, but because they never learn how to manage their own money. So before you risk one single dollar in the market, you need to get that part right. So today I'm going to show you how to build a simple, powerful budget that sets the foundation for trading success. So first up, why budgeting matters. Trading is a business. Every business needs a structure. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about trading or in the stock market, options, futures, whatever vehicle you use, or even just long-term investments, buying and holding a stock forever. You still need to treat it like a business. If you don't know where your money's going, you'll trade out of emotion, not logic. And I see a lot of people fail from just trading out of emotion. Whether it's a feeling good emotion or feeling bad emotion because you lost money and then you're trying to get the money back and you're just not making good decisions. Or you just feel good. You see the market's going good and it's going higher and higher, and you just throw your money in while the price is too high. The way I want you to think about it is, would you logically overpay for a particular item that you care for, like sneakers or clothes or shit, when you go grocery shopping? A good budget, it gives you control, and control creates consistency. That's not my quote. It's a quote one of my mentors gave me, and it holds true. So once I really learned how to budget my money and learn where every dollar was going, it kind of started translating into me becoming a better trader So let's get into it. Where I like to start, the simplest way to budget. Easy. 50-30-20 framework. This is why I tell anybody who asks me about how to get out of debt or how to get that money right, savings, or they just feel like they're underwater when it comes to finances. So 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income, it goes to your needs: rent, food, insurance, utilities. 30% for your wants, entertainment, subscriptions, clothes, going out, hanging out with your friends, all that kind of stuff. That's where 30% of your money would go. 20% for savings or investing, emergency fund, trading capital. That's what you're going to use that for. And if you want to kind of like adjust the numbers to what you think you can do, that's fine too. I see a lot of people take away from 30%. They take 10% from 30. They switch it around. So 20% goes into wants, 30% goes into savings. I've seen people who take just 40% or 30% just for needs, and it goes down. The rest goes into savings and investing. So that's where you want to start, is the 50-30-20 rule. Easy, simple. Yeah, that's where I would start. And everything I'm telling you, I'm not a professional financial advisor, none of that. All of this is purely my personal experience and the things I've done personally to do for myself. Excuse me. Excel's template. So I created a simple template. Basically, it's plug and play. You just put your numbers in, and it'll help you keep up with your budget. I'm gonna attach it to this video, and you can download it for free. But yeah, like I said, this is a free budget template. There's nothing like extraordinary about it. It's a very simple template to help you get started quicker. You can add or take away, adjust it the way you want, but it's just something to help you get started as soon as possible. Like right now, 2 days. As soon as you download it, that's all you gotta do is start thinking about how much income comes in and how much income goes out. You enter your income, expenses, and watch it. It auto calculates your 50-30-20 targets. Track actual spending versus goals each month to stay in control, because that's really what it's all about, is controlling your finance and learning risk management. That's a number one thing that you need to be a good trader / investor, and patience also. Which brings me to my next slide, mindset shift. Basically, like I said, if you can manage your paycheck, you can manage a portfolio. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about preparation. The discipline you build here translate directly to your trading. So you don't let emotions take over when you see things happening in the market, in the stock market. So if you see a stock is going up, you know the state, you'll have that discipline to stay calm impatient and not buy a overbought stock. And then the next thing you know, you bought it when it's too expensive. The stock drops, and now you sick to your stomach because you feel like you done lost money. You really didn't lose money. Stock just had a bad day that day, or it could have a bad couple of months. But if you had just sat back and been calm and disciplined about it, you would have just waited and waited for a good entry point. So if a stock you know has been trading at, like, let's say $500, is up $600, but the pattern, you can track the pattern through the chart, and you know it's going to eventually come back down because now it's at its highest highs. Now you have the patience and the discipline to wait. All right, let me wait for the discount. Think of it that way. I'm gonna wait for a discount on this particular company or ETF or whatever you decide to invest and trade in. But that's pretty much it. The mindset shift is a big component of being a good trader also. So let's move into the next. Good old common mistakes. Common mistakes. Most beginners skip the foundation. They don't try to build a good foundation of finances. They don't try to understand money or how money works. They don't even try to understand the bare minimum foundation of, I need as less income going out into frivolous things as possible. So spend well under your means if you can. Just because you got enough money to have a high-rise penthouse rent, that don't mean you have to spend that much. You can get like a modest kind of, especially if you live by yourself, you can get like a modest 1-bedroom, just because it's just you. Especially when it comes to your financial well-being. Hey, I gotta live under my means right now because we got a future goal we're trying to reach. And it won't be like that forever. You just trying to get to your goals quick as possible, and these are sacrifices you're willing to make to get there. No emergency fund. I see people, they don't have any money in case a rainy day happens. You never know. Car might break down. If you own a house, something may go wrong with your central AC or your roof. You don't have any money to handle that. And the next thing you know, you paying for those rainy days with bill money. And that causes it creates a domino effect where that causes you to kind of start robbing, the so-called robbing Peter to pay Paul. So now I'm taking rent money to pay for this rainy day situation. Let's say it's your car, you need a new transmission. So now you spent that money and you don't have enough money for rent. Now you got to deal with your landlord threatening you he going to evict you or she going to evict you. So let's try not to go through that. Don't use rent money to trade. Like, you don't want to do that. So don't mix your necessity money and your wants money with your trading money. So you want to keep that totally separate from all the your 50-30 budgeting money. No separation between trading and living money. You know, you build your safety cushion first, then grow from a place of confidence. So once you build up a good cushion like your emergency money, your emergency fund, once you build up that, now you can take your other your other money and use that for trading. So if you lose money in trading, you're not worried about anything as far as an emergency or anything, because that money was specifically just for trading or investing. And that's pretty much it. I really wanted to make it real quick. Like I said, this is my first video, so don't give me a hard time about it. I'm trying to share just my experience. Like I said, I'm not any kind of professional or fiduciary or none of that. I'm just a person who's been through a lot of financial hardships, and I want to see other people do better than what I've done, especially with my age. I'm close to 50, and you still run into little financial ups and downs, and if you're not careful. But I think once you learn financial control, that's going to make your financial well-being and your financial future a lot brighter, I'll say. So before you open a trading account, and before you open a trading account, open your budget. If you can manage your paycheck, you can manage a portfolio. Also, like I said, you download my free Excel budget template in the description and start tracking your money today, as soon as possible. If this helped, hit the like, subscribe, and comment below that you're budgeting for this month. Remember, we're not just trading for profits, we're building up our lives one decision at a time. So appreciate whoever listens to this. Hope it helps you out. Feel free to reach out and ask me any questions or anything you would like for me to address. So, yeah, appreciate it.